Now, what we're going to talk about isn't a good fit for everybody. So real quick, do you ever feel like there's more to do on your to-do list than you have time to get done, and working harder and faster to get it done just leaves you feeling more empty because it's costing you time with your family or time with your kids? It's maybe costing you time with that project that life's calling you to finish that book or finish that project. If you ever feel that way, this video is for you. Or do you ever feel like in trying to ask for help at home, trying to speak up at home, get help with the shopping or the groceries or the cleanup or whatever it is, it's like you've tried asking everywhere you know, twice on Sunday, 3 times a week, and it's not happening. It's like you're not seen, you're not valued, you're not heard. Or maybe at work, you try speaking up in a business meeting, sharing from your expertise, sharing from your knowledge, sharing to move the ball forward, and it seems like it just falls on dead ears, like they're not hearing you, they're not understanding you. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it's very, very frustrating. If you have felt that way, this video is for you. We probably haven't had a chance to meet yet. My name is Jarrod Haning. I work as a performance coach. My clients normally double their income by working half as many hours, and I do that with a Nobel Nominated process that teaches them how to think at a lot higher level. Now, I understand what I just said probably sounds like snake oil. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I just want you to try out what I'm going to share with you in this video and see if you think it's a good fit for the way that you do work, okay? Now, when somebody keeps hitting the same obstacle, don't have enough time, don't have enough money, aren't getting the help that they need at home, aren't getting the support that they need at work, and then when that goes on for a while, it starts to create this feeling where there's a loss of freedom in our life, or a loss of power, or a loss of self-expression. And that is really, really frustrating. Now, when we get in that situation where we're just like overwhelmed, or we're resigned, or life isn't working and we're not sure what to do differently, when that starts to happen, maybe we reach out to friends and family to get some advice, and they're like, well, you should do this, or you should just do that. And maybe you try that advice, and of course it doesn't work. I mean, if it made sense for you to do, you'd already be doing it, right? And so then that leads to, well, there's nothing I can do. See, I've tried this and I've tried that, and they're not listening to me, and this isn't working, and I can't get the help I need, and there's more to do on my to-do list, and it's costing me time with my family and my kids, and we just get super, super overwhelmed and just kind of start to shut down inside. Now, I would be happy to get you access to the conversations that do work, patterns that I have shared with business owners and successful women who are running these multiple 6-figure businesses, but then they come home and they've got like 4 little kids and a husband and house, and they've tried asking for help, and they've tried begging for help, and they've tried nagging for help, and they've tried all these different ways. And then I share with them the formula that causes it to work, and suddenly they've got 10 extra hours of free time every week to spend investing with their kids and being present with their kids, just because they changed the order that they were presenting the information. But what I've found more often than not is that it's not simply the technique that you use or the phrase that you use that opens that up in their hearing. I mean, heck, I've had husbands even thank me because finally they understand what it is that their wife needs, and they're excited to help. Whereas before, it felt like resentful and like she was nagging, and it was just making the situation worse. And all it has to do is getting the information in the right order, right? But sometimes things get so bad that the technique isn't what you need. You need kind of a reset. You need like a mindset reset and an emotional reset. Get your feet back under you. And the reason I say that, and the reason I'm not going to give you advice in this video, is because advice is like learning to ride a bicycle. When you were 5 years old and you didn't have it yet, right? They just took the training wheels off and you're a little bit wobbly. Somebody probably came along with some well-meaning advice and said, what you need to do is go faster. Maybe you're crazy Aunt Jenny or something like that. And when they said that to your 5-year-old brain, you're thinking, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. If I can't balance going slow, then how is going fast going to help? That's just going to make it worse. It didn't make sense. And no amount of explanation from crazy Aunt Jenny made a difference. Until one day you were going a little bit faster and you felt balance for the first time. You felt it internally. And when you felt it, your brain went, oh my gosh, this is what crazy Aunt Jenny was talking about. Now what I want you to notice about that is Before you had the felt experience, no amount of advice, no amount of information made a difference. But after you had that felt experience, no amount of information was needed. And that's why the biggest thing that I can offer you to transform that situation where you have feeling a loss of freedom or a loss of self-expression, where it feels like you're not being seen or valued or heard, you're not getting the help that you need, and you've got more on your to-do list and you have time to get done and it's just not working, the best thing that I can offer you is simply the felt experience of having balance in that area. And that's not something that comes from advice, which is why I'm not going to waste your time giving you advice on what you should do. That's just like, you don't need that, right? So here's what I want to offer you. I have put together 2 mindset push-ups. These are just exercises to take your mind through. And by taking your mind through them, it will restore that sense of clarity and courage. It'll restore that sense of being fearless and free again. Now, if you go through those and you like them, and you like the way they make you feel, and you like the changes that they make in your heart and mind, I'd be happy to share with you some of the tools and techniques that cause women to be more heard and more valued and more seen and more acknowledged and help to be offered help and all that stuff. I'd be happy to share with you those conversations. But first, if you're stuck, let's get you back riding a bicycle so that sense of being fearless and free is restored and certainty and clarity are restored. If that interests you, feeling that again and thinking that again and going through just 2 mindset push-ups, I just ask that you message me here. Just send me a message, say, send me the push-ups, and I'll send you a link to those push-ups, and you can just try them out and see for yourself if you think they're a good fit. If you have any questions about any of this, just comment here. Hopefully I'll be able to find where it was posted, and we'll get you the answers that you need. I want to help however I can, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.